Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 24 with the Boston Red Sox. This is our draft to glory, and I had my headphones turned way down so I couldn't hear anything. But we are ready to go with our, I guess technically our second off season. We do have some manager positions that we need to fill, so we will do that right quick and then get into the very minimal off season that we have. So who's our lowest? We're missing a pitching coach in A-ball, and I don't believe. I think we can do this. I don't think this is considered a lateral move. No. Okay. Josh Hall, Liam Carroll. So we'll move Josh Hall to high A-ball. Okay. Oh, we need a double A, so we probably should have just made them. Oh, we need triple A too. Okay. So let's find some managers. Oh, wow. Who wants to be Jose Alguacil? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he's good at teaching those things, but I think Ronald Stevens is probably a better option. Let's give him 5 years, $190,000. Double A. Good, excellent. Lanier Hunter. That'll work. Nope. Double A. Rookie ball. Who wants to be our rookie ball manager? We need someone who's good at development. Maybe isn't all that old. Pete Harville looks okay. He'll take that job. And what else do we need? Another manager. All right. Ignacio Flores, outstanding development. Sure. $5 years. And then I think we just need hitting coaches now. Coach ratings. Hitting coach. Legendary, we'll go Robert Small since he's willing to take the job. We'll give him 5 years. Let's just make sure there are no scouts that are better than what we have. Nope, I think we're good. All right, so we've made our scouting or our coaching offers. We got to do arbitration. All right. Cutter Crawford wants to come back. And there's really very little. Oh, a lot of these guys, they don't want to. Yeah, okay. All right. So Tristan Cassius wanted a ton of money, if I remember correctly. Bobby Dahlbeck wants 1.9. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to offer these guys money at this point. At least the ones that are willing to take it. Duran wants 3.4, so we should be able to offer him 3.2. No, or not 3.25. Not that we need that $50,000 for anything, but that's just the cheapskate in me. Bayo, and his ratings have dropped. He's in AAA right now. I mean, whatever. Offer him $1.1 million. And then Cassis wanted like a 10-year deal or something stupid, right? Yeah. 10 years, $305 million. I'm not prepared to do that. So his ARB number is 6. So let's just quickly go in and offer him 5.8. 5.9. Okay. Yeah. I mean, no reason to give him that kind of money right now. We've got the money to spend. I just want to make sure it's there when we need it, which will be when arbitration is up for a lot of these players. So we're good there. We could, in theory, go in and take a look at some of these salaries and see if there's anybody we want to extend long term. Who, yeah, none of these guys really have any. We don't start to get expensive until the year after next when we jump to 115 million. But I mean, for the Red Sox, well, I say that, but there should be the Red Sox aren't spending money now. So actually, this looks like after next year, right? Because we're still technically in 2025. Yeah, so this will be after next season. So 2027, things start to get a little bit more expensive for us, but it's still a manageable number. So let's go ahead and sim ahead. Just get up to free agency. So all of our coaches have agreed to those offers. Okay, so fans like the fact that we signed Tristan Cassius, bumps us to an 86. It shouldn't be hard to get us to 100, which will potentially give us more money since I raised ticket prices. If we use the Rule 5 to our advantage and grab some popular players. Let's see if we won any awards. I can't imagine that we did. I mean, maybe we won defensive awards because we had good outfield defense. But I need to stop. I need to stop before we get to, yeah. Forgot about this. Let's run practice for these guys. Cool. Did we win any awards? No, we didn't. That's a bit surprising. Kyle Tucker out in right field. Ooh, I think we got the shaft there, but all right, so no Gold Glove winners. We didn't win Reliever of the Year. We had nobody, no Platinum Stick winners. We had no Rookie of the Year. No manager, of course. Cy Young Award in the AL. Jacob deGrom. Back-to-back really good seasons for Texas. And then this MVP. Yordan Alvarez. Adolis Garcia finished second. Gunnar Henderson finishing fourth at just 24 years old. Cool. All right. Arbitration. So we got a couple players going to ARB, but I assume we'll win because they were both bad. Hauk hits 2.2. Yeah, we won them both. Cool. All right. Free agency filing. We can't sign anybody, so it doesn't even matter, but we'll take a look and see what's there. And if you got any background noise, I apologize, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous day outside, so I got the windows open in my office. And we just got to go to the Rule 5. There's nothing we can do between now and the Rule 5. Curious how many spots we'll have on our 40 man. I can't imagine it's many. We may have to clear some players off of it. When is the Rule 5? It's today. All right, and I got to make sure I do this because I almost forgot to do it. Oh, come on. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, I guess. Do I have any interest in any of these players? Not particularly. I mean, Ramos looks pretty good. Takes a Fuentes off, I guess. Invite to training, international scouting, run practice. And I'm hoping that there's somebody in there that got lowly. Because, I mean, we can go after Castillo, but that's probably going to cost the overwhelming majority of our international amateur money. All right, so we do have 40 players on the 40-man. So let's start cutting back here a little bit. So 1, 2, 3. Bell I could just get rid of, but Marrero 4. I want to give myself enough space where, I've got some room to make some moves in the Rule 5. All right, so we cleared up force, so we're picking third. Let's just go to our pick. All right, so what do we got? Let's get batters first. Werner Blakely, decent hitting first base prospect. I suppose I should put Nick York on the 40, so that we don't lose him. Joe Adell, looks all right. Not a super impressive Rule 5, but that's good. I don't want to live and die by the Rule 5, right? Gabriel Arias is somebody who is developed nicely over the years in out of the park baseball. Mason Auer looks like a pretty good outfielder. I guess we should look at what we need, right? So if we clear, and then we go. Right now, Banfield's our starting catcher. Cassius is our starting first baseman. Jackson is our starting second baseman. So, I mean, his ratings aren't terrible. He just didn't hit last year. Devers at third. Rafaela, I think I want more as our backup middle infielder. And then we've got Duran, Ciani, and Pache as our outfield with Brown as our backup. So we could use a bat. I mean, Cavani, we don't have anybody in AAA that's coming up, do we? Oh, no, that's right. We do. We got Marcelo Meyer that's coming up. Kyle Teal that's coming up. So, all right. And Blaze Jordan, for that matter. Okay. So maybe it's just pitching. Maybe we run with what we have offensively and just look at pitchers, because we always need pitchers, right? Yorlin Calderon is extremely popular, and he looks like he would immediately be our best bullpen arm. So I think we're not even going to think about it. We're just going to take Yorlin Calderon. We get a big fan interest bump that takes us from 86 to 90, which is huge. Let's get back into the Rule 5. Go to our next pick. What do we got? We got Michael Lorenzen, the two-way guy, right? Get hit a little bit. Used to be able to hit a little bit. Spence looks okay. Let's do it this way. Yeah, this is how we do it. Yep, Kevin Kelly, I think we grab him. Yeah, because our pitching is where we struggle. Well, I mean, we're bad at everything. I don't want to say we just struggle at pitching. We struggle at everything. I think and we got a ton of pitchers, but they're all garbage. I think we're building a decent bullpen. I'm looking at really over here ground ball, fly ball. I'm looking for the extreme ground ball pitchers. That's kind of my take here. I mean, this guy throws 100. He's a ground ball pitcher, sinker, slider, changeup. Didn't pitch particularly well in El Paso, but I mean, he struck out 14.2. Yeah, I think Angel Felipe is a good pick. I don't have any room left on the 40. Man, we are going to have to make room going forward because we just don't have. Kelly, I want to keep as well. Fernandez, I think we're going to DFA Bayo, honestly. Back into the Rule 5. And I think that might be it. Grab a couple of relief pitchers and call it a day. Yeah, it was Angel Felipe, right? Yeah, 65 stuff. I mean, those are great K rates. 47. I mean, obviously he was overmatching players in A-ball and high A-ball, but you look at his AA numbers in Midland. I mean, that's phenomenal in 2024. 52 strikeouts, 41 innings. We'll take him. And then I don't think John Schreiber, we could bring him home. Brandon White. Do we have a starter in here anywhere? Not really. Not really. What about, let's just one more time. Let's just look at batters, make sure we didn't miss anything. No, I think I'm good. Let's grab a couple of Anthony Siegler. We could take him from the Yankees too. As a captain, that might be beneficial. Go with him in Banfield and just go all defense. Let's do that. One more player to take off the 40-man. I think it'll be Scott. Go back to the Rule 5. Grab ourselves an Anthony Siegler, who's a captain. And the team likes that, so I think we're good. And call it a draft. All right, so Raimel Tapia was the first one to get taken. We took Calderon, Kelly, Felice. So we took 3 bullpen arms and a catcher. I like Yorlin Calderon. Pitched a little bit for the Yankees last season. Apparently they took him off the 40-man for some reason, but their loss is our gain. So let's go ahead now and get to international free agents. All right. Oh, let's get to the next month so I can run training one more time. A trade proposal, that would be fantastic, but I can't, so thank you. So this is going to be the first year where we actually have some of our prospects up. Marcelo Meyer will be there. Kyle Teal will be there. Blaze Jordan will be there. All right, so it's January 1st. Free agents, international amateurs, scouting screen, run practice. All right, so everybody that we're interested in has got a lot of league interest. So, I mean, Juan Castillo is going to cost a crap ton of money, which, I mean, is fine. I mean, it looks like he's worth it. But does it come down to is who's more valuable, right? Like, I think Castillo costs us the majority of our money, but do we take a run at, I don't know, do we try to go after like Maldonado and Molina instead, or do we just go for the big fish? We'll see. We'll see what we can do in terms of money and, picking up some more IAFA money so that we can make sure that if it comes down to it, we will have the money that we want. Because we'll probably have to spend, $20 million or so roughly to get that $2 million in IAFA, which is okay. All right, so we're there. So we need to complete a trade. Yeah, we have $5.2 million in IAFA money. Will they give us... No. All right, that's fine. There's got to be a team that'll give us that much, though. So the Braves don't want to give it up. What about the Orioles? I mean, I'd take 910 for $10 million if that's something they're interested in. Nope. Not the White Sox. Cubs. let's go back. I want to try something. I mean, I'm willing to give up more. I mean, really, I am. So we gave that up. So why is this changing? I mean, I shouldn't complain, but our available money would drop by 6. Diego Valoria at $6 million for $1 million in international. Sure. Can we do that again? We only get another 650. So we give you $5 million. Oops, I hit screen save. It's not what I wanted to do. I was wondering what that noise was in my headphones. 650. Oh, it's only 500,000. This is weird. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about it, but it's like the Yankees are willing to. Let's go 4. 5. Drohan, no, he was okay last season. Yeah, I'll give them Noria. It's fine. So Franier, Noria, and $5 million for $650,000 of IAFA money. That puts me at 6.8. And I think we are good. So I think we just go big fish. We go after Juan Castillo, who already has 3 40-grade pitches. And looks like he could be an absolute ridiculous pitcher. And I think let's just go 5-5 right off the bat and see how that goes. See if that's enough. Has he said anything yet? Yeah. He likes the offer so far. Waiting for Castillo to make his decision. And he does. Cool. So we pick up Juan Castillo. He's obviously still a ways away, but 6'4", 180-pound, 16-year-old lefty. 80 potential stuff, 75 potential movement, sinker slider, or sinker fastball cutter, 75, 75, 80. Looks like he's going to be an animal. And what is left? We got Miro Maldonado. Do we have enough to offer him a contract? Nope, it's up to $3 million. Vargas looks okay. He's up to $3 million. Let's see if we can bring in Aguirre for 1.3. My guess is that somebody will probably outbid us, but that's okay. Yeah. So maybe we bought that money for nothing and we end up not using it, but that's all right. I'm not going to worry about it. So Fuentes looks okay. No one has offered him a contract yet, so maybe we can just offer him and get him, bring in a catcher. Nope. We should get a bump in our budget. Not that it matters, but we should get a bump in our budget given $6 million for Rocha. Okay. Given how the offseason went, with fan interest bumps and whatnot. Yeah, those guys. None of those guys are starters. They all got that 20 changeup that probably never develops. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and bypass. So we gave up that money, but that's it is what it is. Gives us an opportunity. Yeah, our team Went from 226 million to 240. Not that we need it for anything, but we are up to 85 million this year, 70 million for extensions. So we've got some money to play with if we want to sign some people, but that's unlikely to happen. So I'm going to go ahead now. It's head to opening day. We'll come back and we'll set the rosters, and then we will get to playing. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back at April 1st, a day or so away from opening day. We got to set our roster. We got to move some people around. I forgot about Noah Dean. He's got to be on the floor. He's got to be up here. All right, so we got to send pitchers to the minors, a bunch of them. We have 21 pitchers on our roster. Got to get that down to 13. Spat, Kelly, Walters, Shugart can all go down. Antoine Kelly cannot go down. He's back to a neutral pitcher. His stuff is dropped. Looks like that injury last year did him in. Has to be what? Oh, because he was on the 40-man all of last year. So, we still got to send 4 pitchers down. Drohan. Noah Song was really good last year. I hate to send him down. He's got 4 good pitches. Felipe was one of our Rule 5 guys. We still got to send 3 pitchers down, and I don't know where they're going to come from. Franklin DaCosta was a Rule 5 guy last year. I mean, I could send him down. He doesn't look particularly good. I like the high stuff and movement ground ball guys rather than maybe guys with better control but are fly ball pitchers. Zephyr John's gonna stay. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna. I think maybe Perales gets. I mean, I don't know. I mean, those pitches are phenomenal. I think Gonzalez. All right, I think we're gonna send Perales down. We'll give him 1 more year in AAA because he's only 22. Gonzalez is gonna stay up at 24. So this is our 5-man rotation. So we have to send 1 more pitcher down, and just based off ratings, it's got to be Noah Song. It has to be. All right, I'm a little disappointed about that, but it'll be Noah Song. All right, so here's our starting rotation. I don't necessarily know that's how I want it to be the whole time. In fact, he'll be at 100 pitches along with Wilcom and Gonzalez, Houck, Mata, and Cutter Crawford all be at 110. I think Rodriguez gets our opening day start. I mean, he's really come along. So he'll be our opening day starter. Mata will be the number 2. Houck, Gonzalez, Crawford. And then bullpen at once. Ryan Fernandez is our closer. Okay. Calderon and Dean is our setup. Zephyr John Hamilton is middle relief. Cam Robinson, we're going to make him middle relief, used more often as well. Felipe long relief. Kevin Kelly is a specialist. He's good against righties, middle relief. Angel Felipe will be, I'm okay with that. So now we have 8 batters we have to send down. So it'll be Hickey. We'll go down. Who does it have start? It has Meyer starting at 2nd. Oh, look at that. It made him a 70 overall. I mean, Marcelo Meyer's got to be our starting shortstop, not our starting second baseman. I didn't even realize the game put him at 2nd. Because Rafaela's ratings aren't good enough to be, if anything, it should be the other way around. With Rafaela at 2nd and Meyer at short. Nick York will start in AAA. Lugo will start in AAA. Cavadas. No, we need Cavadas because we need the left-handed bat. Dahlbeck, I guess, starts in AAA. Crazy about that. Fitzgerald will start in AAA. How many players does that leave me with? Wow, we still got to send a bunch of players down. Okay. I think we send Siegler. I mean, Banfield's bat is so horribly bad. So I think we send him down, and we'll run with Siegler and Teal. Meadroth will go to AAA. What are we left with? 27. We got to send one more down. Kavadas last season to 11. I mean, he's just not good. He's just not good. So we'll just do that. All right. So there's our line, or that's our roster. So let's set the lineup. All right. So batting ratings. So Devers will be in the 3-hole. Cassius will be in the 4-hole. In fact, I think, yeah, we're going to do, man, we are so left-handed heavy. We'll start Paulino at third and 65 contact. I don't know that I want to bat him leadoff, but he's probably the best option. Yeah, 60 avoid K. I really don't want to go 4 lefties to start this out, do I? I may not have an option. Duran put up a 331 and then a 363. Blaze Jordan. No, we don't, because we don't have any place to put Blaze Jordan against lefties. Or against righties, rather. We don't really have a right-handed hitter to mix this up. And I guess it'll be Rafaela. 45. I don't know. I think we go Jeremiah Jackson at second, batting 5th. Yeah, that's sort of a black hole for us a little bit. Ciani in right, 75, 75, 70. Duran in left. In fact, I think we're going to do this. I forgot about Kyle Teal. Should get Kyle Teal up there. So Teal will bat 7th. Do that. Something like that. Siegler will start every 4th game. Who do we not? Rafaela will start every 6th game. Rafaela will go there, and he'll start every 3rd game at second. Let's copy that lineup. Paste. And what changes do we want to make against lefties? So Rafaela will come in. We'll do this. Blaze Jordan will come in. He will be 35. So Cassius will go to first. Devers will go to third. Jordan will go to first. Cassius will be our DH. Siegler will be our starter against lefties. Brown comes in for Ciani. He'll go in right. I think Pache goes in right because he's got the better arm. Brown will go in center. And then, well, we certainly don't want Blaze Jordan leading off against lefties. I mean, do we really go Jarren Duran? Yeah, I mean, the contact is still 50. It's passable. I guess we still have 4 lefties to start our lineup off at the top, which I'm not crazy about. So I think what we're going to do is this, just to split it up a little bit. Maybe something like this. Just to split things up a hair, to give us some lefty-righty. Yeah, that'll work. All right, let's get to opening day. We'll see what the game thinks, and then I'll start simming. Upper 50s in Chicago today. Just crazy weather. Thinks we should play 500 ball. Wow, okay. Top 100 prospects. We've got Castillo at 4 and Mendoza at 6. I mean, if those 2 guys develop, we've got our ace, our top 2. Oh, wow, who's this guy? Where'd he come from? Scouting discovery on last month. Wow, look at that. 80, 70 for pitchers. We got Jorge Roca, who was one of our IAFA guys a year ago. Karchi is sort of fallen off the map here, unfortunately. But, man, there is some talent there. All right, Blyce. I think we just started him in AAA. He's our starting center fielder next year. Might be this year, given that he's that right-handed bat. So we'll see how things go in AAA for him. Roman Anthony will start in AA. I think Christian Campbell at 23 can come up to AAA now. Matt Duffy can come up to AAA. Andrew Healy was our first-round pick a year ago. He'll start in AA. Same thing with Cruz. He'll start in AA. Same thing with Romero. He'll start in AA. We can enable promotions here on Mr. Wines. High A ball, Coppola. He'll get the start in A ball. Same thing with Luke Hansen. Probably both get a call up sooner rather than later. Iverson Polanco. He'll start in A ball, but he's earned the lockdown on AI promotions because he's up to a 50. Any of these guys ready to be called up? I think we call up Madugno at this point just because he's 20 and he's got to start hitting at some point. Same thing with Pino's still just 25. I'm not calling him up. Phoenix Call I can call up. Yeah, I think we're good there. Necker's listed as a reliever. How his offensive ratings haven't really come along yet. What if we make him... Yeah, let's make him a third baseman who also pitches rather than a pitcher who also plays infield. Tony Anderson can stay where he is. All right, so I think we're good. Healy probably starts in AA, finishes in AAA. He's probably up next season. Nick York is probably up next season. Perales is probably up next season. Blyce is probably up next season. So it's coming along. It is coming along. We're starting to develop. The fact that we have a development machine doesn't hurt, but that's kind of where we are. Man interest is up to a 90. So that's going to do it. I'm going to go ahead now and sim up to the draft. When I come back, it'll be July 11th. Be right back. All right. We are back for draft day, and amazingly, not only are we in playoff contention, we're only a game out of first place. We're 50-41 on July 11th. Yeah, I mean, things look pretty darn good for the Boston Red Sox. We got a lot of young talent that's coming up and doing some impressive things. Offensively, we're 6th in runs scored, 7th in home runs, 2nd in runs against. We have the best bullpen in the American League, the most WAR, the most strikeouts. We've just been very, very good. If we start offensively, Tristan Cassius, 23 home runs already, a 154 OPS. Marcelo Meyer having a great rookie campaign, putting up over an 800 OPS, 2.5 WAR, playing, I think, pretty good at short, a little below average. His range dropped to a 60, so he may end up at second base if we can come up with a different shortstop solution. But for now, I'm fine with the way things are going. Raffy has given us 15 home runs. Rafaela seems to be settling into that. I call him a backup, but he's playing at like 4 different positions, and he's doing pretty well. A 108 OPS plus. Jaron Duran having another good year. Kyle Teal's rookie season, 721 OPS. He's got 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. I'll take it. Blaze Jordan, that platoon against lefties, is giving us 6 home runs and 133 at bats. Jackson's had a better season. Addison Paulino out of the top of the rotation. He's been hurt for a little while. He's been doing all right. Not great, but okay. The third base may be an issue for us at some point. That left side of the diamond still isn't great. Siani having an okay year. He's got 8 home runs, but again, I mean, he's there for his defense where he's been electric. Desan Brown, another one. He's there for his defense. Really good out and right. A little below average in center. Really good in left. Pache, he's hitting a $160, but he does have 7 home runs and 40 runs knocked in somehow. He's given us a 36 OPS plus, but he's only been negative 0.6 WAR, and it's because he's been so good defensively. We still need a better answer there, and that'll be Miguel Blyce next season. Pitching-wise, Jorge Rodriguez just continues to get better. He's 4-3 with a 2.21. He doesn't pitch deep into games. Only 85 innings pitched in 19 starts, but that's because we have his pitch count at 100. So if we bump that to 110, we should get a little more, a few more innings out of him there. Mata's been fine, 4.23 ERA. He's having a good year for us, 107 Ks, 95 innings. Tanner Houck, ERA is a bit high. He's at about an 88 OPS plus, so he hasn't been particularly good. Wilkerman Gonzalez, 4.94 ERA. Yeah, he's been our worst pitcher at worth half a WAR, and then Cutter Crawford's done a nice job out of that 5-hole. He's been really good. 7-6 with a 3.99. Our bullpen's been electric. Ryan Fernandez has been great. It looks like he got lit up a little bit here as of late. Yeah, his ERA had been sitting around 2. Last game, I gave up 4 earned runs. So he's been good. Calderon's been good. Noah Dean has been fantastic in his rookie campaign, 53 Ks in 35 innings. Cam Robinson, another good year. Zephyr John, homegrown talent, having a nice year. Hamilton, a Rule 5. Felipe, a Rule 5. Kelly, a Rule 5. So our Rule 5 relievers, Calderon, Robinson, Hamilton, Felipe, Kelly, are really doing a fantastic job for us. But that's really where the Rule 5 is stopped for us, right? Like offensively, Paulino, Myers, Devers, Cassius, Duran, Teal are all homegrown talent. Our outfield, yes, has been kind of Rule 5 built, but that will stop this season. Pache won't be in the lineup next season. Ciani may be, may not be, but we will be going with Miguel Bleis as our starting center fielder next season. We could also stick Nick York out in left if we really wanted to. So we've got some potential options. Roman Anthony is still developing as a 22-year-old. Perales having a good season in AAA for us. 4.74 ERA, 87 Ks and 87 innings. That control did peak at a 40. So he's almost at his kind of peak development, so he'll be up next season. Nick York hitting 245 in Worcester this season. Christian Campbell, 272, a 775 OPS, 92 OPS plus, but 15 home runs already. Healy struggling a bit in AA, but the ratings have really stabilized. I mean, he's got that wipeout 80 changeup. And again, if he ends up 60, 50, 50, I mean, he automatically becomes one of our best starters. So he's pitching well. He'll be probably up next season. We talked about Anthony Rodriguez Cruz is another one. He probably starts in AAA next season, maybe even the majors, depending on how this development goes over the next handful of months. Luis Ravello could be that solution at short. He's a really, really good defensive shortstop. The bat's not really there, but I mean, if he can give us this in the majors, we can stick Meyer at second, Ravello at short, and just call it a day. Mikey Romero is another one we could probably move to left if we needed to. So we've got some options. High A ball, we did call Coppola up, and we did call Luke Hansen up. Oh, Hansen, 5 home runs in 7 games. Might not be a bad second base option down the road. Madugno, he got better and then got worse, like almost immediately. Is that what I'm seeing here? Yeah, he got better and then got worse. Anyway, Iverson Polanco has gotten better. He needs that call up to high A ball. A lot of our picks from last season have already started to slide. McKernan is down to a 50 overall. Necker is down to a 50 overall at third base. Yeah, so we haven't done great in the draft. We've done a nice job developing a lot of players, that have seen kind of continued growth, but none of our studs have stayed studs. And the same holds true for what we've got going on down here. Mendoza's ratings have started to dip a tiny bit. You can see here his potential, control, and movement both dropped. And Castillo is still... Did his control drop too? No, he stayed right where he is. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we still got some talent, and things are looking good. Things are looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the way things are going for us now. So it is draft time. We are picking first. So last year we dropped from 1 to 4. This year we moved up from 3 to 1. So works for me. And we're going to get the best player in the draft. Let's look at batting potential because that's, I think. Oh, boy. Okay. So we've got Chase Jallo, or Jalla, first baseman. You're not going to take a first baseman. Steve Haygood. Looks like a very good center fielder. Dwayne Dick. An 80 potential contact, 65 range. Oof. Catcher here. 11.5 million. Money doesn't matter. We got plenty of money. Oh, I think Eric Mackin. I mean, that's the pick, right? 65 infield range, 80 contact, 75 home run power, 75 gap power out of a shortstop. Who do they think we should take? Yeah, they think we should take Mackin. I think it's a no-brainer. Wow, this draft is stacked. What do we got for pitchers? We got Clanner to McCafferty. I hope Mike Todd is there the next time we come around. I think we got to take Mackin. I mean, I think we have to, and then hope that McCafferty is there on the kind of on the swing back, or excuse me, the Todd is there on the swing back. I can't imagine he will be, but that's sort of the hope. Yeah, fallback. We've got someone like Drew Sofield. Okay. Yep. We're going to take the 18-year-old shortstop out of Brooklyn, Eric the Catskill Wildman Mackin. 6'1", 170-pound shortstop. Well, let's go ahead and make that pick. He is a stud, man. All right, let's submit. All right. A lot of pitchers taken there. We got a 17-year-old here, Brad Loomis, who looks like he could be a monster if he develops. Aiden Keenan. I mean, he looks really. I like Keenan. I don't think I like him in the second round. Same thing with LeGuernick. If either of those guys are there with the next, maybe LeGuernick. It's an extreme ground ball. He's 20 years old. High work ethic. He only wants 1.6. I mean, he's got to be there next round, right? So we got Zach Merrick. Looks all right. Rodolfo Mora is more of a second baseman. OSA likes him even more than us. Lips looks okay. Who do they think we should take? Andres Flores. A reliever. They want me to take a reliever. I'm not going to do that. All right, so do we stick with... I feel like we got to go pitchers. I feel like we got to go pitching here with this second pick. I think LeGuernick. What does OSA think about LeGuernick? They like him even more. Again, he's probably starting in high A ball. He's 20, 6'5", 200-pound lefty, extreme ground ball pitcher, high work ethic. I love this type of profile. I think we're going to take Justin LeGuernick. We took a shot at the high ceiling guy in the first round, so let's take a shot at the high floor guy here in round 2. Justin LeGuernick is our second round pick. Now, who do they think we should take? Jesus Biceps Cuevas. Again, a changeup that likely never develops. Chris Bennett. Kind of liked Caden Sorrell. We needed an outfielder. He's not that far off. Sean Layman. Yeah, he looks all right, but he's not close. I think we got Alex Sosa. We're going to take Caden Sorrell, the 21-year-old left-handed hitting outfielder out of Texas A&M. High adaptability, high intelligence, above average contact gap and power, average I and K. Excuse me. Probably a corner outfielder, but I'm okay with that. He's a student of the game. We'll take him. Goki Ferry. Man, that is a name. Let's go back to pitchers. Now, I was hoping one of those relievers was, 21 or 22 years old and not that far off. He's got a changeup that'll never develop, so he's a fastball sinker cutter guy, 45 stamina. I mean, the ratings are good. The changeup gives me pause, as does his stamina. Bustamante is the same thing. Changeup that doesn't develop, but he has extra pitches. Fastball, curveball, sinker, splitter. Jake England. Again, another changeup that doesn't develop. Derek Schaefer's really the definition of a low ceiling, high floor kind of guy. I'm okay with that, though. We need that sort of depth in our bullpen. Now, do we take a shot at someone like this? May-K Deegan, an 18-year-old. He's 5'11", 165 pounds, extreme. I think we do. Fast, but he's going to be a fastball slider guy. I mean, he's a couple years away, but that could be if he. I never draft bullpen arms, but that guy just looks like an absolute stud, potential stud of a fireballer. A la Billy Wagner at that 5'11", 165, but that's fine. All right, I think we should take Owen Egan. Meh. I mean, he looks all right, but not great. Go back to batters. What do we got? Sean Muller. Getting a bit of a headache here. Not crazy about that. I've had to actually work out of my house each of the last 2 days, which is something I've not done in ages. I think it might be catching up with me here. Jesus Curiel, Dean Curley, Alfredo Flores, 70 gap power. I mean, he's average to below average at everything else. Looks okay. Grant Gray, yeah, another high ceiling kind of guy, really good speed, good defense. And he could be our fourth outfielder right now with these ratings. So we're going to take Grant Gray at UCLA. A lot of 21, 22-year-old guys for your Boston Red Sox. That's kind of how I like to do things. Dean Curley, third baseman. I mean, that's, if he develops, that's a pretty decent defensive third baseman. He's got the high work ethic. I'm good with that. It's been a really good draft. I'm surprised. Dion in all caps, Shelton. Pitchers, individual pitch potential. We got any knuckleballers? We don't. We got Danny DeWolf, who throws a 70 knuckle curve. Screwball, circle change, forkball, cutter. Sean White, yeah, he looks okay. Wasn't a changeup, right? I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a changeup that hadn't developed. Gage Wood, sure. In whatever round we're in at this point. 4+ pitches, 22 years old. Sinker ball. Low work ethic across the board. I will do without that. Curveball, Cameron Flukie. High work ethic, 21. He's 6'6", 205. Yeah, those bigger pitchers, I have no, this is all, what's the word I'm looking for? It's, I can't think of the word, but like it's something you believe, whether it's real or not. And that's kind of where I feel like pitchers that are big like that have the ability to get those TCR bumps more than smaller pitchers. I have no proof showing that. That's just what I believe. Brandon Clark looks okay. It smells like somebody lit a charcoal grill. Are we really grilling? I mean, it is upper 50s here in Chicago today, but that's what I smell. Let's go to fielding potential. Outfield range. Batters. Eddie Lee. I mean, he's elite defensively everywhere, but not good with the bat. Ed Oliva. Work ethic. They didn't have a little work ethic. I might take a run at some of those guys, but it looks like we may have hit a bit of a wall here, which is fine. I mean, we're, 11 rounds in or whatever. Nate Franco can play all over the diamond. That's interesting. Yeah, look at that. We're going to take Nate Franco just for that flexibility. We'll take Eddie Lee. I like the defense. I mean, I don't think he's ever going to hit, but we'll take him for the defense. We'll take Simaglia here out of the University of New Haven. We got any pitchers left that can hit? No, not really. All right. All batters. What do we got here? Jonathan Hardy. I mean, he's 17 years old, like low work ethic and all that, but at this point, when you got somebody who's got multiple 65 and 70 skills, I think you have to. Colton Wombles, sure. Jackson McKenzie. Yep, we'll take the 60 power bat. Why we look at the pitch potential again, but I will. We'll take Braxton Beal just because of the work ethic and whatnot. These guys are all terrible. Like terrible. Yeah, Neeby looks fine, I guess. 2 more picks. Who do you think we should take? Dave Powell? Sure. And who's the scout? They think Owen Egan's still available? All right, we'll take Owen Egan. All right, let's get to negotiating. Man, I am pleased with this draft. Hopefully the players develop. Hopefully our developmental machine will get us where we need to go. But yeah, I am really happy with these first, especially these first 4 picks. Eric Mackin looks like an animal at shortstop. Justin LeGuernick will probably start in high A ball. He's another one who could be in our rotation within 2 years. Caden Sorrell, another one who could be in our lineup in 2 years. Derek Schaefer, another one who could be in our rotation in a couple of years. So I am pleased with that. So it's July 11th, and I'm now just going to sim ahead up to the regular season, end of the regular season. Hopefully we got a playoff appearance here in our third year with mostly homegrown talent. We had Jeremiah Jackson, who was a Rule 5 guy, Siani and Pache. So 67% of our lineup is homegrown. Our entire rotation is homegrown, and our bullpen is less than homegrown. We've got Fernandez, Dean, and Zephyr John. So 37% of our bullpen is homegrown, but all of our rotation and most of our lineup. So I'm pleased with that. So I'm going to sim ahead now. We'll sim hopefully to the end of the season, end of the regular season, and we'll get into some playoffs, and we'll see how things go. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, we're back, and it got ugly in a hurry. We finished 81 and 81. If we look at our info, you can see through July, we were in good shape, 16 and 10, 16 and 13, 16 and 11. But August and September, we went 20 and 33 and just sort of melted away. So we missed the postseason. It was still our best season. If we look at some of our team stats, some of our young players, and again, these aren't players that we drafted. So while it's still technically part of the Red Sox, it's not, what we've done. Why does Nathan Hickey show? Because I got the scope all set up. All wrong. All right, so Marcelo Meyer, rookie, led us in WAR, 4.7 WAR, 270, 24 home runs. Was below average at shortstop. He's probably going to be our second baseman. I think the plan, hopefully down the road, is Luis Ravello. He hit enough in Double-A that I think next year he moves to Triple-A, and we'll just go from there. But Devers had a good season, 3.8 WAR, 282, 28 home runs. Cassius continues to get better and better each season. That's 3 straight 30 home run seasons for him. Jarren Duran had a good year, 39 doubles, drove in 60. Rafaela did a pretty good job in that kind of super utility role. The offense came along nicely. Kyle Teal's rookie campaign was fine. 100 OPS, literally was league average with the bat. Drove in 40. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be a superstar, but he'll definitely be a passable catcher. Edison Paulino played third and wasn't particularly good. He was okay defensively. The bat is coming along. If he ends up at that 65 contact, I think he'll be good, but we'll see. Siani with another decent season for us, 9 home runs, but very good defense, stole 23 bases. I'll take it. Desan Brown in a backup outfielder role. Blaze Jordan, his first season with us, primarily as a right-handed hitting platoon bat, gave us some pop. He's fine. Pache was terrible, as you would expect, 53 OPS, but only a minus 0.3 WAR because he was that good defensively everywhere he played. Siegler and Jackson were as bad as you would expect. Jackson probably gets moved off of second base next season. We probably move Meyer over and we go from there. Pitching-wise, Jorge Rodriguez was terrific. 9 and 5, an ERA of 2.08. Didn't go deep into games. That 40 stamina is limiting him a little bit, but he gave us 150 innings, 180 strikeouts. Mata gave us 3 WAR. So no real complaints there. Kevin Kelly was one of our Rule 5 guys. He had a good season out of the bullpen. Zephyr John gave us almost 100 innings of relief in 72 games. Ian Hamilton, Cam Robinson, both Rule 5 guys. We're fine. Tanner Houck, his best season so far, still below average, but yeah, bottom of the rotation guy at this point is fine. Felipe, Calderon, both Rule 5 guys, they were fine. Noah Dean, his first season with us, he's going to be really, I'd say, the workhorse of our bullpen at some point. 76 strikeouts in 52 innings. I like that, a 174 ERA plus. Cutter Crawford wasn't great. Perales, made 4 starts. I was pretty good in those 4 starts. Ryan Fernandez was not particularly good, but that's kind of the way things go. From a prospect perspective, we start in AAA. Blyce had a good year. He's our starting center fielder next year, more than likely. Had 28 home runs in Worcester. Nick York probably gets the call-up as well. He may end up as that right-handed platoon bat and not Blaze Jordan. Bonacci, Christian Campbell's, I think, not quite there yet either. So Blyce and York probably get called up next season. From there, we will see. Double-A, Roman Anthony. Yeah, I mean, he took a step backwards. His third straight year in Double-A. Oh, and the biggest disappointment, Andrew Healy. His ratings dipped, which is a concern, but not a terrible surprise. He'll start in Triple-A next season, and yeah, that sucks. That one hurts as the fourth overall pick. Rodriguez Cruz is still developing nicely. He'll start in AAA next year. Mikey Romero, not a shortstop. Looks all right. He hit really well in AA, so he starts in AAA next season as well. Guernick was our second round pick this season. How do you do in AA? Not great. I don't think he was fine. 63 strikeouts in 49 innings. Yeah, not a huge issue there. Schaefer was our fourth round pick. He was pretty good in AA. Coppola was our sixth round pick a handful of years ago. He's overall 30, 45 potential, but I don't know where that development's going to come from, so we will see. Luke Hansen was our third round pick. Pretty good with the bat. Dugno was our first round pick a couple of years ago. Still not hitting. Not expecting much there. Mackin was our first round pick, or the second overall pick, or the first overall pick this season. Yeah, I mean, he's still got a ways to go along. And then the game made May-K Deegan a starter, so we'll see how he does. May as well leave him as a starter. See how he develops. McKernan was our second round pick last season. Yeah, he hasn't come along. Yeah, our draft picks haven't been great. Same thing with Necker, which is weird considering how much we have going into scouting and development, but it is what it is. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Next episode will be the off season, the Rule 5 International Amateurs, and then we'll get into season number 4. So that's going to do it for this one. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the support. Talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.